Yo, happy Monday as I burp. It is Monday, day 21, episode 21, whatever we want to call it, of the Realness Challenge. It's Monday morning. So, what I want to talk about is acknowledging the small victories. I had, excuse me, get that a little more stable. I had a pretty awesome experience this morning that really put a lot of things into perspective. And the nice thing about the Realness Challenge is that, you know, some of these items go from day to day and are kind of connected. And sometimes I wonder if we even realize even just the connection of events from one day to another in a pretty small way, right? And so that's a lot about kind of what this little message is about. But I'm doing my workout, and I happen to look over, and I see my little Benji is banging out some push-ups, and I'm like, man, he's been at it for a while. So I get down because I want to support him, right? So I get down to his level. I just kind of sit there, kind of cheering him on, and then I hear him counting. And when I pick up on it that he's counting, he's on number 32. And he does 33, 34, 35. And he's like banging them out, and he's working. He gets to about 75, and my eyes are as big as basketballs at this point. I'm like, what is he doing? He's like a boy possessed. Now it doesn't matter that the distance his arms are pushing is small. It doesn't matter that his back is totally, bowed. What matters is that in the scale and framework and understanding of his life, he is working, right? And he's got a vision that he wants to get to. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what's going on, right? He's gone the whole workout. We're almost at the end of the day. He's gone my whole workout. He's really just been playing with his Lego that he got yesterday as a result of his 4 weeks of dedication. And he's watching Octonauts, and he's not really, engaged in workout, and I don't care, right? I just like having him there. And then he just becomes this boy possessed. And I start counting along with him. And right as he hits 100, I'm like, because I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's going to 100. I mean, he's 6. The fact he can count to 100, let alone push up to 100, was pretty awesome. But he goes down to do another one, and for a brief moment, I'm like, what is he doing? He does 101 push-ups. And I'm like, dude, you just did 101 push-ups. And his grin is crazy, and man, like he's hurting in that good way, right? And he's just got a big old grin on his face. And I'm like, buddy, that's so awesome that you did 101 push-ups. And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, because you did 101 pull-ups. I gotta remember to keep my sunglasses in here. Fuck. Anyway, he did 101 push-ups because yesterday Daddy did 101 pull-ups. And he recognized how awesome that was to me. And I made very little deal out of it when I got home. I did at first kind of talk about it and wanted to talk about my process, but just reminded, it's not important to everybody, right? And it's not about that either. And I was put it on social media, talked a little bit about it with Benji, forgot about it. Something from my cookie jar. And you guys might recall those 1.5 fans that actually watch these each day, right? You might recall yesterday, I think it was, I was talking about the struggle of wanting to just not do it, and what's the point, and nobody's watching, and this and that and the other thing. And something that's important to me that helps drive me forward really is the idea that character is built in the shadows, right? There's no audience. The true test and medal of an individual is what they're doing behind the scenes when nobody's watching, especially when they think or are absolutely convinced no one is watching, right? Or that they even do it intentionally. Like, these are scales of this, right? But where they do it intentionally because they think no one's watching, and it's this constant exercise of self towards improving character, callousing yourself to be able to handle, just the world life that's painful and challenging and unpredictable, right? And I live a life of desire towards what I'm doing when no one's watching, and yet the paradox is that I also quietly want people to notice, and want to change people and help people. And but yesterday was just a thing for me that I almost had struggles or doubts with, because in the moment I couldn't see anything outside of myself, and sometimes I'm not enough, right? And it's just a testament that we are enough, we are worth the effort, and because there's always someone watching. There's always someone watching. We never know when we're going to affect somebody, and in the smallest execution of the most insignificant goals, with the least of us watching, which is ourselves, the most amazing things happen. And so that's my realness challenge for today. I hope everyone has a great Monday, and I hope you take a second to acknowledge the small victories, acknowledge the tiniest of goals, that it's not about the big gestures and it's not about the big accomplishments, that not only do we get there by ourselves, one very small, slow step at a time, we don't get there collectively either, if we're not looking at just that first foundation, which is ourselves, and being aware that at any time and in any place, in the most indirect and insignificant way, somebody could be completely affected by you. And I don't know, man, that's worth living. In fact, that Benji saying that goes in my cookie jar today. It's very rare for the way I'm approaching my cookie jar for me to have 2 back-to-back days of incredible achievements that I can draw back on as I'm callousing my mind towards being ready for whatever life might throw at me. So happy Monday, folks. Catch you later.